Hello, everybody. It's Nerdbug Weeps here. I am back with a new reaction. We haven't reacted to Grace in a while, but this is something I feel needed to be reacted to because this is about my favorite DC comic book superhero, Nightwing, called Too Late. I think I saw a preview of this, so I think it's going to say warning flashing lights. Sorry, there's a bug in the way. So, okay, we're going to stop the talking and the yappings and just get into this. This is by Ray Thorns. Too late. Why does it sound like this is going to be a somber Nightwing song?
As I'm standing at your grave, almost made I escape, but you fall onto your fate. God damn, I'm too late, I'm too late. I'm too late. We almost got the first place, but you went and lost pace. Why the hell you ain't wait? God damn, I'm too late, I'm too late. Man, I'm too late. Reminiscing on the times I would scream Titans go. Fought the high to get a buzz, mixing bars with the flow. Underground, guru logging, we look up to the flow. Ooh, wouldn't we know I found light digging these holes? Put it all on the line.
Okay, if you don't get the Gurren Lagann reference, Simon and Kamina were underground, and they had dreamed of going up to the surface. The way how he's how Grayson's rapping, I don't know if he was venting when he was making this, but like, if I had to kind of take a perspective of it in terms of putting in Dick Grayson's perspective, it's like maybe like his failures as a leader and also his failures, like maybe times he's failed Bruce, like, and maybe and this might be a stretch, man. Maybe feeling like he failed his parents, not being able to save them, despite the fact he was only an 8-year-old child, like, so he couldn't do anything about that.
I was paving the road, pulling up to the shows with country on the clothes. Every single mission I begged for your assistance. I didn't want you to miss it, but you kept saying no. In retrospect, I truly did my best. How can they ever see the vision but can't match the specs? I was prepped to protect your depths a different depth. I think it's time you and I finally clear our debt. Yeah. In my heart, you were veteran. I wish you never fell to the villain you had embedded in. Good die young and the reaper keeps taking better men. It's simply your time. I honor you as I represent. I'm standing at your grave.
Okay, I feel like Grayson may have lost someone recently, because like the way this is talking, I feel like he's not just talking about Dick. I think he's using Dick as a outlet. Dick Grayson as an outlet, but I think he's emoting and venting. I hope you're okay, dude. I'm actually being serious right now. I actually hope you're okay.
Made I escape, but you fall onto your fate. God damn, I'm too late. I'm too late. I'm too late. We almost got the first place, but you went and lost pace. Why the hell you ain't wait? God damn, I'm too late. I'm too late. Survivor's remorse for people who still around, who decided to hang it up. Honestly gets me down. When we started together, we all vied for the crown. I tried to pick up your car when our ops gotten you down. Scream, devour, vengeance, a lyrical crash out. Like you was forced to log out and put your controller down. If I won the game cricket, we both be on now. The thoughts that ran through with my whole foot in my mouth. Yeah, Frank's.
That scene, oh my god, that scene, I cannot. That is one of the most uncomfortable scenes to watch Dick Grayson in, because that was by accident, but that moment broke Bruce, because that was his first Robin. That was his son. Damian may be his logical son, but Dick was his son. And if you saw him after, like, Selena had to be like, just for the night, don't be Batman, just be Bruce, and took off his mask. He was in tears because he literally lost his first Robin, and the one he literally raised like his own son before Damian ever came in the picture. Him and Jason, or even Tim.
Told me not to blame myself. Reason why it's not good for your mental health. the position that you sit and you built with no help. If they were meant to win with you, they'd be doing well. I won't trip on the things that I can't control. It's sad to see you go. I'll keep fighting to achieve the goals. Going blow for blow with death strokes helps life grow. Judas contracts becomes void once the covers close. I'm standing.
Oh, yeesh. Deathstroke, aka Slade, and Judas Contract, because that's one of the most well-known Titan comic runs, especially because that's one from the 80s. And it's also the most infamous one because of his relations with Terra, which we want to freaking not think about. And DC, can you retcon the freak out of that, please? I am glad, though, from what it seems like, maybe Terra might actually have a chance of doing some good. I also am happy that because of recent events, Static is actually on the current Titans team. I am so happy about that. Oh my god. Like, also he said, like, if they were meant to win with you, like, that part where they were meant to win with you. That's what we call, like, they be living, or it's like, to kind of put that into retrospect, whether you be a person of faith or whether you be like me, like Christian or whatever, it kind of goes like this. This is what we call seasonal people. People are there for a season. Some people are a lesson. Some people are a cautionary tale. But God will literally will remove those people when they literally aren't meant to be where you're at, because there are other people that will come in their place. It's not to say that you should replace people the first chance you get. It's just that more or less you got to also learn to stand on your own 2 feet, in spite of whether you're going through a loss, going through a failure, going through any sucky situation. Because at the end of the day, your actions are your own. You can't blame no one for saying, oh, you made me do this. No. You made a conscious choice to do that as a response, emotional response to what someone else did. And the thing is, they're not going to pay the consequences the way you are, like, because of your own actions. They may, if it was someone innocent, then that should be a wake-up call. You doing what you did was a problem. That's just something to kind of think about. And he's like, I won't worry about things I can't control, because, like, really at the end of the day, that's one of the most peaceful things you can do with yourself.
Let your grave almost made I escape, but you fall into your fate. God damn, I'm too late. I'm too late. We almost got the first place, but you went and lost pace. Why the hell you ain't wait? God damn, I'm too late. I'm too late. Man, I'm too late. I noticed grievances from past peers. Here's a place to address, so hear me loud and clear. I'm no longer taking blame for why you're not here. When there's ghosts hiding around in my pop's lair. Yeah, honestly, I feel you all projecting. But our Bloodhaven's Knights is under my protection. So any shots you try to take, I'll simply intercept it and toss it back to knock some sense, but you won't deflect it. Ex-Robin, so the next will follow my direction.
Because Dick Grayson was the blueprint. He will always be the blueprint for Robin. That's why they fight so similar. Because Dick was the original. He is the legit, not only is he the GOAT, but he's just the blueprint for that. I actually have another thing to actually say about this. I have always been more of a Robin person ever since I was a kid. And I think Teen Titans, the cartoon, really satisfied that itch. Because I don't know if it's because of the colors, but I always just gravitated more towards Robin than I did Batman, honestly, and I still to this day am like that. Don't get me wrong, I love the Bat family, but Dick Grayson and just Robin in general is my favorite. So yeah, I do mention about the ghost in my pop's cave, because one of the major things about Bruce and Dick's dynamic, and it's a mutual desire that they had when he was Robin, was to make sure he did not turn out like Bruce. Because Bruce was self-conscious of, yeah, I'm a mess. I don't want Dick becoming a mess like me. So this is why Dick is considered Bruce's greatest success, because despite the fact he went through the same tragedy as Bruce, at the same age too, mind you, he still went above, especially when he got out of Batman's shadow. After he got out of Bruce's shadow. So, and the thing is, that's why in certain continuities, Dick is considered the ideal person to take over Batman or be a better Batman than him. Ideally, though, it's Terry McGinnis, because he has both traits of what it is to be Batman, also what it is to be like Robin. That's the genuine, like, real, legit, honestly take of it.
Deflected, ex-Robin, so the next will follow my direction. And honestly, there's no need for the next election. Every time I slide outside, I'm trying to bring the essence. I've grown past old mad, cause I learned my lesson. Winning and rage quitting has a major difference. I decided to proceed, so my lessons minted. To continue leveling up, I couldn't be conflicted. If you ever want some beef, know that I can dish it.
Another thing that I think I just remembered is Dick actually used to be the actual original really angry Robin. He grew out of it. Young Justice probably had one of the best takes on Dick too. That was a lot. There's a lot you can take from this. You can take real talk, superhero stuff, and anime stuff all together in this, and I think Grayson did a fine job with this song. I hope you're okay, because I feel like you were emoting and bidding. It's not like you were bidding. I'm genuinely actually hoping you're okay. All right, I don't have that much to say, but this is a good track. Somber for Dick Grayson Nightwing song, but hey, that's another side of being, well, vigilante. So, all right, if you like my reaction, please subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.